Hello.
Hello.
I'm talking to them, not you.
Oh.
Hello. I'm Mike Parker. I'm the Chaplain General of the British Army. And I am training to run the London Marathon. Today, I've been joined by Padre Iain.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
I am Padre Iain. I'm the chaplain to 3 Divisional Signal Regiment at Bulford. I've been in the army for about 3 years and I'm loving it.
That's great news, mate.
Yeah.
One of the things that I've been talking to folks about as we go and jog these miles is how people keep themselves physically ready to do the things that we're asked to do as chaplains.
Yeah.
So how do you approach that?
I spend time with my soldiers, so every time they're on phys, I try to be with them. I do my own phys at home, bit of running, bit of swimming, getting out in the countryside, but a lot of our time is just spent being with soldiers and doing what they do, so if they're on phys, we try to be on phys with them.
It's easy chaplaincy, isn't it? Turning up to do phys with soldiers, just a great way to be around them, and they love it when you're there.
Yeah.
Even if you can't keep up.
I definitely can't keep up. But I used to spend a fortune on gym memberships and doing all sorts of things when I was back home. And now you get paid to do it. And be with the people that you are called to be with. It's amazing.
Which is great. Oh,
Yeah.
what a wonderful way to live out your vocation. It's a great thing to do. So as well as looking after ourselves physically, we also try and look after ourselves spiritually. What does that mean for you?
Well, I'm an Anglican. And so the prayer is an important part of my life as a Christian. Talking to God, being present with Him. So things like the Book of Common Prayer and doing an office, it really matters. It's important. It keeps me spiritually fit. It's good for the mind as well. Being with other Christians is really important. And the chaplaincy department was brilliant for that because we get together and we don't just talk about work, but we also pray together for those that can. And it really brings us together. So praying, being together, and I still support soldiers spiritually as well. So if they have questions about faith, regardless of what faith they are, we support them, and having those conversations makes me want to be a better Christian. Even if I'm talking to someone of a different faith, it encourages me to be better. Which is great.
And one of the wonderful things about chaplaincy is that you do get to talk about things spiritual with people from all sorts of different backgrounds.
Exactly. One of the great things I found about being in the army is that you do get to be yourself and you get to bring yourself to this organisation. We talk a lot today about diversity, and I think having a broad spectrum of people with different beliefs and different understandings about the world brings a great riches, but also means that I can be who I'm called to be by God, and I think that's, again, another privilege.
So one of the things that I've been talking to chaplains about is the link that they have with particular service charities, and how they may have, during their time in the army, used the charity sector or encouraged serving soldiers or the veteran community to link to our charity partners. Have you any experience of working with charities in that way?
Yeah, so one of the big things I've sort of been involved with is the Armed Forces Equine charity, which is quite interesting. They help serving soldiers and veterans work on their mental health, some PTSD recovery through the relationship with horses. So that's an interesting thing. British Legion, Army Benevolent Fund, all those kind of things where people have needed something. Maybe their relative is unwell back home, or there's been a death back home and they need some help and support getting home. And we've used them for that, for mental health help, lots of different things. And it's all been really useful. And that's another great thing, is variety. You meet all these different people with different jobs, and they're all brilliant experts and they know what they're doing, and they care deeply. And it's great. It's great encouragement.
And it's wonderful to be invited into their world as well, to share that with them. As you look to the future, is there any particular physical challenge that you think, oh, I'd love to have a go at that?
Yeah, so we're talking today about doing a half Ironman in the future. So we're looking forward to that. I'd love to do something arduous with the army. And we're thinking as a brigade team next year of doing Trail Walker.
Yeah.
Which is that big 100-kilometre
absolutely
charity fundraiser.
Epic.
Which would be amazing.
Absolutely epic. That might involve a little bit more training.
A bit more training. You have to look after that, CJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to stack?
I mean, I'm not one for the guru version of life coaching,
Yeah.
but every day that you put your trainers on and step out that door,
Yeah.
you've won.
Yeah.
You've won that day.
Exactly. I think you said it before, we're not blue lights.
Yeah,
We're present, available. I've never not answered the phone to someone.
sure.
And there's so much stuff.
But you need to ride the rhythm of chaplaincy.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are times when it needs you to be busy, there are times when it doesn't. And
Yeah.
if you get those two things mixed up, you're going to burn out. So this is us just up to the finish line.
Sprinted out. What?
A mile go. I'm not sprinting, mate. I did that against some chaplains in Catterick and it took me 3 days to recover.
Oh.